Welcome to Verbal Pig Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I gotta give a shout out to my sponsors, Eating Clothing Co. and High Frequency Performance Wear. Those are my sponsors. Go to Eating EAT apostrophe N Clothing Co. and High Frequency Performance Wear at Graphic Graphics, and check them out. These are owned by original people, and their ideas are original and authentic, and you're gonna like the style. So we getting back into it. The other day I did a show on Aunt Jemima, and I was breaking down how that was a symbolism of America, who brought the deity or the goddess Jemima, who was the daughter of Job in the Bible. And they lived in a place called Uz, U-Z, and how they took that and called it Oz, O-Z. And they got a woman by the name of Nancy Green, I think back in 1890 in the South, to be the physical Aunt Jemima. And she sold over 50 pancakes for that brand for them. But they used, you know how you go in some of these Asian restaurants and stores, and you might see a statue or a sculpture of a cat with the power up, or you might see the Buddha statue in there or whatnot. Well, that's how Aunt Jemima was used. She was used as a deity, a black woman who came from a place where the original Arabs came from. And not only were they letting you all know who you were by the way she dressed, because she always had her head covered. She had her head covered because that was righteous and considered upright in her culture. But the secret that what they were doing was everything that was upright and that was right, they made you turn against it, while behind closed doors they praised it. And so that's what that was about. And so Nancy Green became the physical embodiment of Aunt Jemima, but in black cultures. So what they did was they dressed down the white female, had her reveal herself, meaning she was half naked, made you lust over that. Then they put the best clothes on that white female, but they put the worst clothes on the black female, had her out in the fields in the in the fields as a slave, picking cotton or peas or whatever have you. And so they tried to create a situation to where the black man would lust after the white woman because they tried to dress her up. So, but that didn't work because, for one, we in the field struggling together, so we was together. Or we in society trying to build together, so we are building together. And two is, black men always like the physique, the shape of the black woman, those round curves. So you couldn't, at the time, bring a flat backside to a black man and say, and sick her on him. No. That's why she had to force the black man to sleep with her, or she threatened him with, she'd tell her husband or her father that the black man raped her. force him to have sex with her because she wanted to be on top. She couldn't understand why is this black man still desiring this black woman when the white girl, when she's in the house in luxury and this black woman is in the field. Because the real black man always loved the black woman and will always love the black woman. So that's what that was about. Or let me say, the original woman. We'll use that term. And so the plan or the trick that they come up with today, but it's been going on is, okay, well look, we'll get in the surgery booth and we'll create a white woman that's desirable to all men, meaning we'll put injections in their hips, make the hips bigger, put injections in their lips, make the lips bigger, and now they're desirable. But the problem was, you're making the white man's woman to be appealing to other men of other ethnicity, when the white man liked his woman just as she were, because that was his woman. Wasn't our woman, that was his woman. So of course he's gonna get upset when he sees us with his woman, or his woman trying to act and behave out of herself or out of her culture, and then that creates a problem. See, but the problem is he didn't direct his anger at his woman. He blamed the black man for the reason of why he couldn't control or he couldn't reach his own woman. We had nothing to do with that. You dig what I'm saying? And so they tried to pull the black or the original woman down and raise up the European or the Caucasian woman. But they fail to realize we know our women, and we knew her before we ever laid eyes on a Caucasian or a European. Unless they figure that they mind or the knowledge that they had was so superior to what God gave the original man and the original woman in the beginning of time, that was what they had or what they possessed was more valid. And it don't work like that. So in return, whenever you see that Aunt Jemima syrup and that's a black mama deity, she was the name of Job's eldest daughter, I believe. You can check that out in the Bible. And they came from Oz or Uz, but which we know that's the whole Wizard of Oz story that they got from her. And also, the name Jemima means dove or beautiful. It's an Arabic word, and she came from the place where the original Arabs hailed from. Now, the only thing we got to determine is, was this all one, including this land, that were they talking about the Job of America or the Job of the Middle East? And that's another discussion within itself, because the Job of America is title held over the black man in America. It's called Job also, so we'll have to get into that at a later date, because I want to move on to now Tupac, because Tupac is an interesting character, bro. this dude didn't grow up as a thug. He became to understand the street life, but he grew up as a soldier. So he had a song, all I wanted to be was a soldier, a soldier. So he grew up as a soldier for the revolutionary or the cause of black people. His job was to do everything a soldier would do to uplift his people or greet your brother in your own way. So he said, okay, as a soldier, then I got to be covert. Let me go into the street life, undercover in a sense, and pull these brothers out into the black love, to the becoming a black soldier as well. But the street life, he didn't understand that a lot of brothers, not saying they sold, but they bought in because the street life was paying. Now, I didn't say thug life because thug life, or the word thug, came up out of India when the thugs would rob the caravans going back and forth to trading posts or to do business. But street life became profitable, and Pac understood because he had times where he was homeless or he couldn't eat. And he relayed to other brothers who was hustling but committing crimes against black people in order to eat. And so after you do that for a while, you turn your back on your people and you say, hey man, I gotta eat. You know what I mean? And so you become heartless or cold, because it's not about black love anymore. It's about eating. It's about surviving. It's about street life, doing whatever it takes to get that money so you can provide for your family, as well as yourself. So now we have this, what we could call a dilemma on the table. So how can we solve this thing to where you got black love and everybody eating? Now I was talking to, give you an example. You got Heisenberg, you got Rubenstein, and you got Goldman, who created the Eating Clothing line, showing that you create the product, and a good product, meaning, okay, let's go back in the game. We'll go, and then we'll come back to the quality of product. Why the product has to be quality, but we'll go back to the dope game. I'll use that to explain this. If I'm on if I got weight, if I got some work, right, and my work is quality, right, and another person has some work and he has been stepped on, but yet we in the same vicinity, right, area. Now, when I put mine out, and it doesn't have to be quantity, meaning it doesn't have to be, meaning I can undercut it. I can undercut it by a gram, but still ask for the same price because it's potent. You know what I mean? It's gonna do the job. The other person can stuff his bag with the stepped on and give more, but it'll take him longer to sell that more stepped on than it would a person who had who was shorted a gram but had the quality. You dig what I'm saying? So people need clothing. So if you got quality, then they'll come for the quality over the quantity. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what these guys are doing. These Jews, black Jews. Now I got us as Muslims, Brother Steve Hakeem and the graphics high frequency performance, where had a ideal of, okay, as we grow, the younger people can grow with the company, and then they can get stock and shares, and then they can start selling and being the rep, and open up their shop and be a official sponsor of high frequency performance wear. You dig? So yeah, that's quality, and that's what it's about. And forgive the street analogy, but we tying in street mindset and black love mindset, because they both not the same. One, black love is saying, let's unite, let's all get down and build. Street life or street love is saying, every man for himself, and if I got to step on you to get it, then I'm going to step on you to get it. But the problem is, neither one of them is weak, because if you got black love, you a man, and ain't nobody coming to take nothing. We just we gonna die where we stand. We not down on our knees. Street love is, I gotta protect my reputation, my block, and my set, because this is how we eat. So it's the same. We got the same. How can I say? We have the same understanding. Excuse me, but man, in the morning these people can't drive. Right down almost just ran up, hitting the brake, but everybody, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's trying to catch a case. You dig what I'm saying, dude? He hit on his brake, slammed his brake, but everybody was aware of that, and life goes on. But yeah, it has the same connotations and the same feel, the same purpose, because you are, but you're not extending it to your extended family. You're just looking out for your small clique. But see, what you fail to realize, and what Pac and them understood, is when the police come out on police brutality, they're not looking at street life or black love. They just looking at melanated people, and they put a bullet in all kinds. If you go back in time, they put a bullet, they killed Malcolm, Martin, locked Tookie Williams up, locked up all a lot of the gangsters from Chicago. Smitty in Houston was killed. I mean, it's the same, goes on and on. They killing black love or street love. It don't matter. So what we saying is, why we can't unite and build businesses and protect the community and do like, if you in Houston, you go down Bel Air and you see all these signs written in Chinese that you can't even read. And now they have Bel Air, or they have corporate, or Court Glen or something underneath it. Sonat and all that but I'm just saying, the most part of it is in Chinese, on top and on the bottom of the sign. They got some writing. I'm like, got their own banks, community, or whatever. That's an example of where we headed to if we adopt the right mindset. See, now this is Hollywood. Hollywood job is to keep you focused on bullshit. That's their job, and they do it well. I can't blame Hollywood. Hollywood is on their job. Hollywood job is to make you think all black women are feminists, that they have no love for their husbands, and don't understand the vital role a woman plays to the household. They want to think that all black men support the homosexual or the demasculine of the black man, where they putting black men in dresses and all these funny looking outfits. That's an agenda. That's part of the agreement for them to even get a record deal. Then you got to be this funny dressed nigga like a woman, and you get out there and you go feminize the next generation, and we'll pay you so much amount of money, and then in your lyrics you better not say anything positive about black people. We'll give you more money if you tear that image of black people down, because they understand at one time black people were held as the moral conduct or moral code to humanity, because we had just we got the instructions directly from the Creator, him or herself. So we understood the proper way of handling the people. So Hollywood was like, look, let me go in and recruit out the community, out of their neighborhood, from among them, and make them force or feed this poison back into the community, so we could turn them upside down, because the goal is not for them to recognize who they are, and most importantly, for them not to recognize what we've stolen from them, because one day they might ask for it back and would have every right to. So look here, little so-and-so, and look here, female, you a black female, you get naked, run out on stage, shake your ass. You a black male, go put this dress on, nigga, get out there and do one of them dances or some shit. Dance for me, boy, and do your thing. But the most, and how much money you need? We print money, we throw money at you. It ain't about the money. It's about you just help us destroy the mindset that the Creator gave the black man. We need you to help destroy that, so we can continue to rule over y'all and use y'all as tools for our benefit, so we can send our children to college off your ignorance and have them come back and have your people work for our people. You know how the game go, and it's been going on. But look, we're going to lower the frequency of the music, though. Start mumbling, right? We're going to attack them at their core chakra, and we're gonna turn it from the core chakra 180 degrees down to the ground below the navel, and recreate a being just by using rhythm, frequency, and vibrational pitch. How would you know how to do all that? Well, because 1,300 of Hitler's scientists came to America, who mastered in mind control, MK Ultra, who mastered in manipulation and propaganda. We divide that 1,300 up into 50 states. Hey, they become the majority, because they have the majority of the mind power. But but it was but like what they say, they were playing, God are playing, and God is the best of planners. Okay, well, wait a minute. You had Master Muhammad come in 1930 and taught that the black man and woman is God, is the original man and original woman of the planet Earth. So while they planning to destroy the black man and the black woman. You had one titled Master Farad Muhammad, who came and said, no, we gonna raise the black man and woman up. And that's that tug of war. I mean, it's been going on since. You know, you got them pulling one way. Now, pull the original man and original woman down. Then you got Master Farad Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Brother Farrakhan, Noble Drew Ali, Silas Muhammad, and so many brothers came to say, no, we gonna pull the original man and the original woman up. We not gonna let you pull them down, because it's value in either way. Either way, if you pull them down, now you got the genie in the bottle, and grant me your wishes, I make you a slave and build you the most powerful nation on earth. Now, if you pull them up, then what you have is a black or original man and original woman, universe reign, powerful, freedom, justice, and equality, and power. And then you start tapping into a deeper metaphysics. Let's put it like that. So look, it is what it is. We're not saying that we're sitting back watching, but we are observing, let's say that. Because there's a process that's going on, and we just sitting back. But the main goal, though, is peace on earth, but with freedom, justice, and equality for all. World Pig Radio, we're out.